Yo, YouTube, hope we all having a good day. Welcome back to the channel, you feel me? I hope y'all doing what you need to do and shit like that, you mean? But yo, lyric of the day by Westside Gunn, Mr. T's the song. I'ma be fly forever if the stove work, you feel me? Think about that. I'ma be fly forever if the stove work. That means rapping can stop today. I'm back in the kitchen whipping up Pyrex. You feel me? Come on, son. Let's get into the video.
Response.
Little Uzi girlfriend, I forgot her name. God damn it. She deleted Twitter after flopping. All right, let's get into the video. But hello, Beyonce.
Recent single. Which
Yasin.
people thought was an album. We have a perfect tie-in to why botting exists, and people are always like, yo, I don't know why they bot. Why don't people just not bot and just drop good music? Okay, this is exactly why. I'm going to show you guys two headlines right now. So there was one headline via chart data which said the following: JT released her song. Girls Gone Wild is the song, it's not an album. So JT's Girls Gone Wild has reached #1 on the US iTunes hip-hop/rap songs chart, and they tagged at the girl JT. And this tweet got some good engagement, right? It's like 300,000+ views. Some people were hating on it. Some people were, kind of like making fun of her and saying that this wasn't a real metric. But the point is, what the perception is when somebody reads this is like, oh, wow, that's good. Well, the thing is, this is iTunes hip hop rap chart, songs chart.
Oh, I don't know the difference, to be honest with you. iTunes is who? Nigga, don't we all use Apple Music and Spotify?
Which is not the regular iTunes chart. And the regular iTunes chart, it's also wouldn't be that crazy of an impressive. If you have a decently strong fan base, decent, and I'm talking about, like, let's say even a...
In her defense, though, rap has had like a bad couple weeks now recently. No one's really been dropping shit for real, so there's that, you mean?
D-tier rapper, you can get to #1 on the regular iTunes chart because it goes by who buys the song. Now, it is a bit of a convoluted process to get to actually buying the song on iTunes because it's just not as accessible as it once was. But regardless, this stat looks good.
That should be annoying to find songs on iTunes, bro. I ain't gonna lie, stick straight to Apple Music.
That's the point.
No cap.
And I do believe, my belief here, I don't know if this to be true or not, is that this was a sponsored post. However, you get a random fan account, I believe a Stan account. I don't know if this is a Stan account or just an individual. I can't really...
I don't like the wig she's wearing. That's all. Thank you. I feel like if that was the look they were going for, they succeeded, but I feel like they could have did her better. I'm not gonna lie.
Tell, because chart data also reported, keep in mind, same report, same account, JT's Girl Gone Wild earned 221,000 streams in its first full day of release on Spotify at the girl JT.
That's tough, no?
And then this Twitter account says, no shade, this is so embarrassing for her. And JT deactivated. I think the deactivated part is really what makes it look worse than it is, because that's the bothered part. And granted, this got me to check out the song. I
ain't gonna lie, I would deactivate Twitter too, bro. When I get jumping, bro, I'm not even gonna get Twitter, bro. I feel like Twitter's for 3 type of niggas: overly political, racist niggas, the Gooner Squad, and the Dweeba Sword niggas. You feel me? Like parasocial ass niggas.
Know that the song released.
That shit bad for your mental health.
Follow JT like that. I remember so I kind of get the negative news from JT, and then I'll get the
she cute though. See,
here and there.
It was just the way.
Remember when she was going on a tour that was really tiny venues, but she was just building herself back up again. There was that.
Yeah, she should. That's how I go.
Aim at her and clown her for. But I remember she caught a song after that. I remember what the song was exactly. It was on this. They packaged it together with this Girls Gone Wild track. I think the song was it Alter Ego? No, that was a song that she was featured on. That was a Doechii track. The song was Ran Out, I think. I think that one ended up charting. Regardless, she ended up having a charting song at one point in the comeback of her own career, which I had to give respect where respect was due. Like, she did that, and she's been grinding for a while. But when she deactivates, it's almost like, okay, this is just, she's really bothered by this. But I checked the song out. I think the video is cool. The music isn't bad. It's just really not for me. That's really all there is.
There's a lot of female rap music though. I feel like it's not really catered to men's ears. I ain't gonna lie though. A lot of female rappers be rapping their ass off though. Like, no cap. Like Cardi B be rapping, Nicki Minaj be rapping. I feel like Lotto be rapping too. You mean? A lot of them be going, yo, Glorilla, Big Glow, she be rapping her ass off, no bullshit.
And it's almost, I really get kind of like an Azalea Banks inspired vibe from this one song. Like the video shoot, all of that. But the numbers, right? Let's run back to the numbers. 221,000 streams the first day. Also, the fact that we're calculating first day numbers on a single platform it's getting egregious. And even DDG talked about this, where he's like, yo, come on.
Nah, first day is nasty.
We didn't give DDG as much grace as we're giving JT because DDG's always flexing. He's flexing.
I mean, shit, I did. I say, yo, first day is crazy. I understand first week, but shit.
Numbers, he's flexing, viewer count, all of those other type of metrics. So we can't just let DDG get off the hook on that one. However, with JT, I don't see that by her too much. Now, she probably has talked her trash in the past. That they wouldn't be on her head top for no reason. Although these stand pages, especially if she said anything negative about Nicki Minaj or any female rapper.
Shit, I hope she hasn't said nothing about Nicki Minaj because she be,
but the way
Nicki don't be letting shit go, bro. That should be, yo.
I responded
niggas be dragging.
What I said was, this is why mainstream artists bought. And I say mainstream specifically because underground, there's different factions, right?
That's the problem. Everybody want to be up and up so bad, yo. Like, gang, you don't gotta bot streams and shit. Like, that's why I probably have a lot more respect for niggas back in, like, early 2010s, 90s, 2000s and shit like that. You couldn't bot shit. You had to get it purely off the muscle, gang. Like, Jay-Z sold 400K copies on 9/11, my nigga. That shit crazy, son. That's balling right there, you feel me? Fucking J. Cole and Double Platinum, no features before streaming. That shit is tough, by the way. Like, come on. Niggas really had to get their shit off the muscle back in the day. Now, pay $2 million for the bots in New Zealand. Give me bumping. That'll bring in the fame. Like, nigga, nah, that shit don't hit.
That are part of the scene, which is there's an underground scene. There's a lot of people that follow the scene and they follow a lot of these different rappers. There are underground rappers that are getting paid attention to by the people in this scene, by these like kind of smaller micro bloggers that cover these guys. And they will always be micro bloggers because when you're covering something with such little attention, you can never really become that big. So that's one faction. There's another faction of underground artists that they're just doing their own thing. They're not really a part of a scene. They're releasing music consistently. They've got their own solo fan base. They may not collaborate too often. So one side, the underground artists, independent artists as well, because there's a lot of underground artists that are signed. So the independent ones, they're not really botting. There isn't much of an incentive to bot because their numbers aren't getting judged. They're really getting judged off of the music because their fans are like, okay, I like this guy. I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to add him to my playlist. I'm going to follow him. Versus underground, there's a lot of image games going on and they will bot because there's an incentive for them to seem bigger than other underground artists as well as potentially get signed because that's their goal. A lot of them are trying to go mainstream. So where does that put us with JT? The point is, with a mainstream artist, they will have to bot to sustain a certain level of numbers because when you come from City Girls and it's expected that you've had hits in the past, that's just supposed to continue somehow magically. Right. Granted, when they had those hits in the past, they were working
like, you can't be on forever, gang. So it's like, and I was talking to my mates about this. I feel like music today is now really fast. Hear a damn and go. Like, I feel like you're not having classics come out today as we had classics coming out back in the day. Like, you feel me? Like, you can go back to 2014 Forest Hills, classic. Good Kid, Mad City, classic. To Pimp a Butterfly, classic. Take Care, classic. Like, you feel me? Like, a lot of Blueprint 2, you feel me? Graduation, Late Registration, a bunch of songs and albums used to be classics back in the day. Why? Because you really hear and feel the cadence, the time taken, the beat selection, how niggas put their work into it. You can feel the soul behind it. I feel like now music is more like fast TikTok dance club music. Shake your ass for me, then shake your hands for Drake or whatever. Like you feel like fast fad songs, you mean? And we so overstimulated as people. We need the next song. We're not allowing artists to be actual artists. We just saying Next song, next song, next song. We need a quick fix. We like dope fiends, bro.
these records, there was radio, there was playlisting, etc. So if they don't bot, in this case, let's say with a JT, then they look at this number and people will clown the number. But if they do bot, then people don't have anything to say against the numbers, and they may just judge the music as it is and probably listen to it more frequently. So the botting is not even like, oh, we want to make this artist look more lit. At a certain point, and this scenario is a perfect example of it, the botting is, hey, this is just an insurance policy, so people don't clown this, and they won't even, because there are a lot of people that won't even check it out because of the way that this tweet was framed, of like, oh, nobody even cares about this, so you shouldn't care about it either. Versus, well, if she did crazy, disgusting numbers that were botted, then people are gonna be like, damn, what am I missing out on? You know, a little bit of FOMO.
No, facts.
And they'll check it out. And the reason why I feel bad in this situation,
but that's slimy though.
Is
that's not pure muscle work. You feel me? I respect a nigga who crashed to the lane, and you feel me, fight down with the Giants, than a nigga who foul beats. You mean? Like, that's
so
just
many
me.
mainstream acts have to go through this, and JT is somebody that's trying. Like, a criticism I've had of Caribou in this beef with Georgiana, and also partially with Lil Yachty, is she's not trying. You're not trying to rap. You're not actively dropping music. I'll give a perfect example of one of Lil Yachty's label mates at QC, Migos. When Migos were going through their issues with 300 Entertainment, and it was like a lawsuit, they were trying to get out of a deal, they weren't allowed to drop music. What were they doing? And I think if my memory serves me correct, it was an interview that Murda Beats did with No Jumper way back in the day, damn. Yeah, this was maybe 2016 or so. And he was talking about how it was either Offset or Takeoff. Somebody was sending him Migos tracks and asking him to leak them so that they could stay hot while they were going through this issue with 300, because they couldn't officially release music. So,
like, why do niggas always have to be doing all this extra over under shit just to put out the music? That's why, I don't know, man. I feel like niggas don't really care for the music and everything like that. They just care for the money. Cause now look, the fucking music company, nah, can't do this, can't do that, and you fighting with your company. Like, come on, bro. God damn. Niggas don't really care for the art no more.
The music makes it on to SoundCloud, all these other platforms, and at this time, it wasn't so heavy on Spotify and Apple Music streaming services. Like, you're not going to be able to release a song as the Migos on a streaming service without it being cleared. So, and that's where most people consume now. But back then, people would consume via mixtape sites, Spinrilla, DatPiff, Mixtape Monkey, live mixtapes, as well as SoundCloud and YouTube. So
I'm about to say, what the fuck with, like, what were all those other sites?
So that's where these tracks would spread. And Migos would have a couple of songs during this like year and a half where they were popping, and the Migos could still do shows.
I feel like radio not jumping like it was used to be either, bro. Like, I feel like it'd be 95 minutes worth of ads and then 2 songs and back to 95 minutes of ads, bro. It should be but
and the Migos were still relevant on music, so the leverage of you can't drop music didn't end up screwing them over like it did a Rich Homie Quan, who was also going through some stuff, I think, with either his manager or his label after he had that song Flex that was a huge hit, and he did not drop for a year and a half, and that really impacted him. Like, he got cold after that, and he was never really able to recover to that same level. So my point is, JT is actually trying, unlike her counterpart, who I don't even think they're cool anymore, Young Miami, who I don't even know what Young Miami is.
Damn, why'd they break up? But I heard Young Miami was a drug mule for Diddy, bro. So
doing right now, she's just Team Diddy. She's holding. Young Miami is holding out for Diddy to get out of jail / prison. He's in prison right now. That's what she's holding
48
out.
months.
She put out a whole statement after she shut her mouth through the whole case. That is her insurance policy. JT is with Lil Uzi Vert, but she's consistently dropping music. She's doing all of these shows. She's suffering this quote-unquote embarrassment. I wouldn't call it
Shout out her.
Because
Shout out her.
If you don't feel embarrassed by something, it's not embarrassing. That's all there is to it. And she's just grinding it out. She's still dropping music. She's trying to make stuff shake. And that's something that Caribou's not doing. That's something that Young Miami is not doing. But JT is. And to see her deactivate, I don't know if she deactivated for this reason, but it has to be something along those lines, because you've got a song that just came out like 3, 4, 5 days ago. It hasn't even been a week, and you're deactivating your Twitter. What are you doing? And like, this is a perfect example. I listened to this. Like, this is the example of the effect, the ripple effect. I listened to the song, and I don't think it's a bad song because, and I'm not even the target audience of it, because people were clowning it. And then I talk about it, and then maybe a couple of people listen to it then, and maybe some people are fans of it, and it just keeps the ball rolling here. So if she's there actively talking about the song or addressing these haters, which I think she should, I think she should go back and forth with them, then it's only going to get more visibility for the music instead of like kind of falling over.
I'm gonna be real with you. I respect any hustling, man, that's not harming the community. Like, she doing what she gotta do, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Would I tune into her music? Probably not, because I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm more of into calypso, soca, old school rap, Freddie Gibbs, Westside Gun, coke rap, stuff like that. But anybody hustling like she is, I respect it. Don't let these niggas hold you down, queen. But that's gonna be it for me for this video, guys. That's the end of it. So if you reach the end of it, you might as well subscribe. Hit up brother with another one, you feel me? I appreciate what y'all done for me so far already. I'm gonna keep coming back with more videos for y'all. Equivalent exchange and shit like that. I owe y'all for the subs. And in return, I hope y'all keep subbing up. I appreciate y'all. Drop y'all thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to see what y'all think about what JT's going through and everything like that. And if it's really embarrassing, because to me, she hustling, so it can't be embarrassing. But that's it from me, y'all. Shalom.